Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I've got game number 1 of a best of 1 coming up. It is a Zerg vs Zerg on Whirlwind. And it should be pretty fun. I'm hoping it will be anyway. I'm assured by the person who sent it to me that it will be awesome. I'm not telling you which one of these two did send it to me though, because that would give away potentially who won, because there's always that thought process, well, maybe players only saying games they win out and yada yada yada. But aside from any of that, we should probably say who's playing. So up in the top left position, spawning as the red Zerg player from My Insanity, it is PengWin. And his opponent down in the bottom right, it is the blue Zerg, Dice. Now, before we get any further, and before sneaky stuff starts happening, and there won't be any because overlords are on their way, let me remind you all that if you like this video, like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course, subscribe. I get new games up daily. Plus, you should check out my lovely Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Madals, because I'm going to be streaming on that, probably, if my release schedule is planned right, from tomorrow, the 23rd of September, 2013. I'm going to start streaming. I'm going to have awesome broadband. I'm going to stream not only StarCraft, but loads of other games. My casts are going to go up on there. Everything. It's going to be spectacular. So you should go there, follow it, and then you'll know when sweet stuff happens. And also Twitch is awesome anyway. So if you are not a user of Twitch, get over there. But I'm sure you all use Twitch, right? If you don't use Twitch, like, leave me a comment saying you don't use Twitch, because I just assume everyone does. And that I was like this poor person left out of the crowd who couldn't stream, and turns out not everyone's on there. Who knows? Anyway, we do see Dice. Hatch first. PengWin. Pool. And then gas. It was pool, gas, not gas, pool. Very different. Very, very important to know which one it was. PengWin can still get speed up relatively quickly. Dice, though, is going to get the better economy, because he's going to have, well, 2 queens out slightly quicker. He can inject a little bit more. There'll be a short burst where PengWin is slightly ahead just due to having the first queen out. He gets to inject slightly sooner. And also that's not accounting for if any damage is done by PengWin with that early pull, which of course it could be. Now, it was gas pool out of Dice. So he's playing probably the most economic opening you reliably can do as Zerg, which is hatch, gas, pull. It gives you good tech, delays your Zerglings though, and your queens the maximum amount in order to get Zergling speed out slightly quicker, or other tech options. I say speed, it could be banelings, it could be just a rush up into roaches. Theoretically, it could even be a rush up into nothing but mutalisks, because mutalisks are good units, right? Anyway, scouts coming off here. Both players realize, okay, my player is not in the vertical spawn positions, better go over to the horizontal next, and they're just going to come and scout around, and they're going to bump heads, but they should now know. You don't know definitely. I don't think. I could be incorrect on this, but I'm fairly sure that in ZvZ on Whirlwind, if you scout this way, because these two overlords see each other, I don't think that gives it away, because theoretically, this could be the second overlord from your opponent. Maybe. I don't know if it would be, actually. No, it wouldn't be, because that'd be really late. So, yeah, both players should now be fairly aware that it's cross spawns, unless, of course, it's some really weird thing going on. But anyway, we see, for the moment, PengWin actually has quite a few speedlings out, and he's hiding some. Oh, hidden speedlings. Crouching, bailing, hidden speedling. Something along those lines anyway. Meanwhile, Bailing Nest coming down here. What is PengWin got planned? He hasn't injected that hatchery yet. He's about to, because he's got enough energy for it. Boom, there we go. And now, oh, PengWin's going for speedling all in. Is it going to work? Is it going to be successful? Well, Dice does have the Bailing Nest already on its way through, and speed for himself, getting very, very close to the Zerglings going over. Still more hidden Zerglings. Hidden speedlings crouching around here, just hiding up here. Look at the rally points as well. Rally points straight down there. Rally points straight down there. Where is the Overlord? The Overlord's getting pretty damn close. Things are looking sketchy. Down comes a couple of Zerglings. Now what's going to be hidden? 2 Zerglings coming out. The rest getting hidden, but they're pulling over straight towards the Overlord. And that means Dice now knows what's happening. He sees all the speedlings. Speed kicks in. Suddenly Dice has now got to defend. Spine Crawlers come down. These 2 queens need to go on the ramp in order to make sure nothing bad happens. No speedlings are able to get up too quickly. Creep spread going down as well, not quite sure why, but why not spread the creep? We do of course have as well speed nearly done. Banelings need to get morphed very, very quickly. In comes PengWin now. He's going to be able to get this round on that spine crawler. The queen's going to start chipping away nice and slowly, nice and steadily. The spine crawler does not get cancelled. That's additional resources lost, and this hatchery now looking to be in a bit of problems, but banelings are now morphing. Banelings are of course the fun things. Has PengWin had any chance to see them yet? No, he hasn't. All he's doing is attacking that hatchery. He wants to get it down. The banelings probably going to start waddling any second Now things are getting fairly tense, but there's the hatchery going down, and that was a worthwhile push straight away there, because that now means that these banelings not going to be able to do much. They can't waddle all the way over the map. Well, they could, hypothetically, but it may not be the best use of them. They're still waddling forward. They'll take so long to get there, and the natural has still been killed. PengWin's natural is up, but he doesn't have a defensive spine caller. That could be his only problem. Have the banelings been seen yet? I don't think they have, but there is an overlord here ready to spot it. PengWin getting his own banelings out now, ready to use defensively. There we go, we see it. Counter attack coming in. PengWin has got to be careful. He's morphing a couple more banelings, making sure this is all going to go well. Does he have enough, though, to pick off these Zerglings on their way through? He needs to engage well. 2 banelings for 2 Zerglings. Not a good trade there. And, of course, now this is where the stress starts coming in. 4 banelings waddling their way forward. PengWin making a spine call. If he defends this well, he's going to be in a good spot. But, unfortunately, he is supply blocked. Very frustrating. 2 banelings for a massive hit there. That was a good trade. And PengWin will now be able to continue on into the mid-game. Dice with another spine caller coming up in case there's a counter attack. Only a handful of Zerglings, though, making their way back. But this does, remember, force a lot more. But Dice, he's droning 14 more lings on the way out for PengWin here. He's getting up his lair as well as that second gas geyser now. Is he going to be able to come in and do too much damage there? Because a lot of drones in production, and there is just a lot of Zerglings coming out too. This could be problematic. Staying at the center, waiting for the additional lings to make their way across. Dice trying to go straight up to Roach Warren, which may be a bit of a mistake. Of course, Zerglings trade very well against roaches if the roaches are in small numbers. It's not until they can start clumping up, reducing the surface area, where they start becoming really effective. But still, 2 queens getting back in there as the Overlord sees some speedlings making their way through. If another cancel goes down on this hatch, it would be absolutely disastrous. The spine caller done, though. That's the difference in this game. Unfortunately, though, speedlings can deal a lot of damage very, very quickly. Banelings morphing, and this is where the DPS is going to come in. Can PengWin get that hatch as well? Well, he's trying his utmost to do so, but because he's pulled off, I don't think he's going to be able to get it now, especially with those transfuses coming down. Banelings so perilously close to being done. PengWin, I don't think he's going to be able to get that hatchery now, and as a result, gonna have to pull back, and that wasn't very cost effective for him. He managed to kill a couple of workers, but all in all, both players now level down in terms of the resources lost. But PengWin is ahead by 11 drones. That's quite a substantial amount, and he's getting the spire down. That's gonna make things more fun. However, 8 roaches are on their way out. This could be the counter attack that Dice needs to get himself back into this game, to get himself potentially even into an advantageous position. And, well, 10 roaches, this is definitely going to be quite a sizable shove with those banelings too. A big roach bane shove could be absolutely what he needs to really knock PengWin off his skill. And by PengWin investing in that spire so early on without a roach run, he is a little bit vulnerable. But the roaches starting now to move forward. A lot of banelings here. They're following along with a couple staying back to defend in case more Zerglings come through. The roaches now getting seen. PengWin also spots that there are quite a few banelings there. This is where PengWin may be forced to make a couple of spine callers just to be defensive. 10 more lings on the way out. With so many banelings there, that could be tough to deal with. He'll need some of his own banelings, but of course the roaches can start trying to pick this off. And now in come the Zerglings, but massive hits there for Dice. Absolutely what he wants to see. PengWin could be running into some problems now. We do see the Dice still moving forward, still trying to get in there, trying to find an opportunity to do some good counter damage. 10 more banelings morphing, but now the 9 mutalisks on their way out. Will there be enough time? The banelings waddling forward for Dice. Really, the drones have to get pulled back as a state of emergency. They've got to make sure that they can get out safe and sound. This hatch could be ideally staying up, but of course with the mutalisks coming out, all of this can get killed. It's just how much damage will PengWin take before that. Couple of banelings coming out, detonating. The banelings getting ridiculously close though. Are they going to detonate on the drones? They do. Massive hits go down, but not as bad as it could have been. Dice did still kill 22 workers, but he's only fractionally ahead, but he's doing a lot more damage now. The mutalisks need to do quite a lot more. 6 spore coolers getting started, and that is because Dice knows that if he's able to really deal the critical damage here, which he seems to be able to, these mutalisks aren't going to be able to do much else. But already PengWin back to droning very, very quickly. He knows he's dealt with most of this, but he's down to just 1 drone. 10 more are in production, that's going to help, but of course there's still roaches and Zerglings out, so PengWin, did he prematurely make those drones? Are they going to get picked off? Well, the Zerglings now taking quite a bit of damage. Still one survives. The roach is chipping away at the hatchery, but the hatchery is still up, remember. Lots of spore coolers went down there. PengWin is now in a really tough spot. He's back basically to the starting blocks, except that he's got mutalisks out. The lair coming down, more spore coolers getting started, but is there anywhere that's vulnerable? The main is, if the units snuck through here, could attack from the back. PengWin now going to have to really use these mutalisks in a magnificent fashion. More speedlings coming across, and I love the fact that speedlings are still coming, because Dice is saying, well, these mutalisks, they could counterattack me, and that could be bad. But if he's busy defending with the mutalisks, he can't be attacking me. I can keep squeezing out a couple more drones. I can stay more ahead. I can get more spores down. These spores making a massive, massive arc. The natural is defended, but the main, the Mutalisk, I'm sure, could slip around the back here. He could do with a couple of Spore Callers down to the side just to be on the safe side, making sure that really things go to plan and that Dice is making sure that he can't lose this massive lead he's got now. PengWin back up to 14 drones, but still quite a long way back, still running around with these Mutalisks, doing as much damage as he can. And, well, the Speedlings, they're going to do a lot more, especially with the Baneling coming in here for Dice as well. The single Queen should get focused down if it so wanted to, but the Baneling will not get the connections that it needs. More drones are taking damage, but not too many more killed. But 47 already having gone down, that's a good number. PengWin needs so many more drones. The Hydra Den coming out for Dice, and well, Dice, he's up to 35 workers, not completely saturated. He needs another 9 workers and, well, another 10, one of the main, and of course, those additional 9 at the natural. But he's getting a Nidus network down. It's not going to last that long. He wants to get that and come and counterattack PengWin. PengWin now just coming to try and do a little bit more damage. Can he sneak in? Well, probably not. These Spore Callers will annihilate Mutalisks so fast. But, as I've said multiple times, the back of the main is very vulnerable. The Nidus network could get spotted, but PengWin needs to be paying attention. He can't just run these in here. He would take a lot of damage. Sees an Overlord, gonna get a kill on that. All looking good. Hydra's also coming out now, which will make things a little more tough. The Spore Caller trying to do a little bit of damage here, but not able to get in range quite yet. One shot going off. Of course, Transfuse is coming on the gas. The gas quite essential in ZvZ in order to get out those power units. PengWin back up to 24 to 39 workers, but does he know the Hydralisks are coming? That's going to be the scary thing. The Spore Callers moving forward. The Hydralisks adding a bit more of a layer of security here. PengWin desperately trying to fight his way back into this game. He's getting +1 flyer attack, but the Hydra count as it gets higher, it's going to get tougher and tougher to try and make this work. The Mutalisk trying to find an angle that they can sneak through at, trying to find somewhere they could potentially deal a little more damage. The Creep Tumors getting taken out, which is a smart move because the Hydras have been seen, and by taking out the Creep Tumors, unless Hydra speed is upgraded, obviously they'll take a bit longer to get over, but that doesn't matter when there's a Nidus network. The Overseer desperately trying to come through here though, find an opportunity to drop down that Nidus worm, and then the counter-attack can come in. Notice all of the Hydras staying up here, not by the Nidus itself, acting defensively in case the Mutas come in, but PengWin actually doing an okay job of just being a little bit frustrating. The Nidus worm probably should come out down outside of the base somewhere. Here would be a good spot to put it, where it hopefully won't get spotted, but Changeling, chuck down. PengWin sees it though with some Speedlings, will come over, will pick it off. The Mutalisk as well, may be able to get the Overseer, preventing it from being able to drop down that Nidus worm. But did the Zergling get seen? The Changeling, of course, going to be very, very annoying, trying to get hidden. This is essential to the Nidus coming down. 5 more Mutas on their way out. PengWin somehow fighting his way back into this after losing those 47 workers. Being given such a good opportunity, but the Nidus worm is now coming down at the 3rd. But PengWin, he has seen it, and PengWin will destroy it. Bringing back the Mutalisks, needs to try and find somewhere where he can maybe get a little attack in, taking a risk with this 3rd, and a risk is what's needed. But the Hydralisks moving straight through the center of the map is a brave move because they're not supported with some Speedlings here. The Speedlings and Mutas could definitely deal with a small number of Hydralisks like that. Where is the Changeling though? Is it still on the field? No, it's being killed, unfortunately. Nidus coming down at the watchtower has been seen, though, by PengWin. PengWin still pumping out more units, more Banelings. Banelings, if they connect with these Hydralisks, it would be devastating. +1 flyer weapons is 4 seconds away. That's definitely going to be done before an engagement. Note as well, there is no upgrades for Dice at the moment. He's just sitting back, relying on pure macro, pure army size, but if you take a look, he's not that far ahead, but the Mutas will deal with it well. Unless, and it's a big unless, the Mutas are able, and the Banelings are able to knock out that Hydralisk force. And if they can, then suddenly Dice could be in problems. These Nidus worms getting closer and closer. Clearly Dice has played a bit too much Protoss and likes the proxying, and he's just wanting those reinforcements ASAP. The Nidus, only with a couple more Hydras in. The Mutalisks trying to find an angle of attack. Where can they try and deal some damage? Do try to pick off a Queen, but one more Muto definitely would have been able to do it. Banelings rolling ever closer. PengWin trying to force out a couple more units. He's got a decent number of Banelings. More Nidus worms coming down. This is where all of the fun things start happening. All of the excitement gets in. Any second now the engagement has to go down. Who is going to be able to do it? Which player is going to be victorious. It's going to come down to this next engagement because PengWin on equal drone count. His money looking quite good. He's trying to get centrifugal hooks down, but Dice just moving forward. A couple of banelings getting detonated, but the Hydras still being quite threatening. This is where everything could go either very right or very wrong for either player. More banelings sitting up on the high ground, ready to go. They're waddling forward. Are they going to be able to do it? The Queens are there. Detonations go down on the Queens. One gets taken out, but the transfuses are good. In come the banelings though. In come the speedlings. The banelings are detonating well on the Hydras. But is it well enough? There's still quite a few Hydralisks there. Next wave of a huge ton of speedlings coming out here for PengWin. He needs to buy himself some more time trying to engage these Hydras as quickly as possible. Does he have enough Mutalisks? The Mutas are +1, and yes, he's doing it. The transfuse went down. The banelings are considering detonating on drones. Don't get that many. And Dice loses everything there. PengWin with amazing Mutalisk control, losing considerably less than his opponent, and now Dice is in a bit of a tough spot. Dare I say it, he's in a dicey position because he's not really got anything. The Hydras were all taken out. There was a lot committed to that push, and PengWin has his third. He's droning as well behind this, about to take the drone lead. Counter-attack coming in, picking off these Nidus worms, preventing any more reinforcements coming through, and of course the Mutas are still up. The Hydralisk can do a nice job of trying to defend, but there is just so many spores. The Mutas can't find an opportunity to break their way through. Dice with a single creature in the middle, but just leaves the game, decides, hang on, the third's up. I'm not going to be able to do this. PengWin, therefore, fighting back from the jaws of defeat, will be able to win the game. That was pretty epic. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course, subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with yet another new cast. Thanks for watching. I'm Madals, and bye for now.